All right, so we are here with Christopher Newport freshman Patty Maye Ohanian and sophomore Aubrey Bates here on the CAC Skype Player of the Week call. Ladies, thanks for joining us on our second ever CAC Skype call, and congratulations on your Player of the Week honors last week. Christopher Newport went 4-0 last week with a key CAC sweep over Salisbury and a non-conference sweep over William Peace. Patty Maye, I'm going to start with you. What went right for you at the plate last week? You went 7 for 13 with 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. You did it all out there. What went right for you at the plate?
I think the week before we had spent a lot of time preparing for what we were going to see. I was working a lot on my weaknesses, kind of trying to get better all the way around as opposed to just working on what I'm good at. And I think that paid off last week. Definitely tried to be aggressive on the bases. I think I got out once, but it definitely paid off as far as stolen bases and total bases and stuff like that. So I think just working on my weaknesses and kind of paid off last week.
Now turning to you, Aubrey, you were stellar on the mound last week. 2-0, 2 complete games, 0.58 ERA, only 1 earned run and 6 hits allowed in 12 innings, 13 strikeouts, so over a strikeout per inning. How were you able to get in the zone on the mound last week?
I think we really work on this when we do bullpen, but getting ahead and staying ahead. So I really tried to first pitch strikes, tried to get that every time, and then curveball was working, kept them off with my changeup. So that's pretty much my go-to. So I was really relying on what I'm good at and just kept using that.
In both of those games, you guys were able to jump out to early leads that you pitched, Aubrey. How much does that change your mindset as a pitcher if you look up at that scoreboard and see a little bit of a cushion behind you?
It definitely, I try to keep my mindset the same, no matter the score, no matter who we're playing. It does help to know that we do have some insurance. So it's nice to know that I have my team's backing me up, I'm backing them up, we're all working together. So it's really nice to know that I'm getting that support from them.
Patty Maye, I forgot to mention your win in relief on the mound against Salisbury as well. So you really did do it all last week, not only at the plate but on the mound. How difficult is it to jump between playing on the field or being a designated player and then also jumping into the game as a pitcher?
I know in that Salisbury game, I really had to kind of compartmentalize because that even before the last inning I went out to pitch, I think I grounded out to second base or something, and I just had to kind of come in and kind of forget about that, and I had to get back out there and do it on the circle. So it's definitely hard, but I love it. I put a lot of pressure on myself to help my team in both ways. So I love it, but it's definitely a lot. So
Patty Maye, you spent the early part of the year batting number 5 in the lineup, sometimes occasionally at number 6. A couple weeks ago, you switched to the number 3 spot, and you've thrived since then. You've recorded at least a hit or an RBI in 9 of those 10 games. What's it like being a freshman in the middle of a lineup for the defending conference champion team, and what is it about hitting in the number 3 spot that's allowed you to have so much success?
I think, I think wherever I'm hitting in the lineup, I just want to do the best I can. I think when I got moved up, I was like, it's my time to shine. I really got to make it happen now. They're putting a lot of trust and confidence in me, and I really wanted to back that up and show that I've been working hard. I think spots are kind of irrelevant, I think, in the lineup, but I definitely feel like, I have an opportunity to contribute quite a bit in the 3 spot as far as running and hitting people in and getting on base. So that's just what I try to do no matter where I am, but it's definitely fun to be in the middle of the lineup and compete there. So
can you describe your level of confidence from the start of the year compared to now? It's a really tough transition for a lot of players to jump right into being in the middle of an order for a high-quality team, especially as a freshman, transitioning from high school to college. What's your level of confidence? What's the difference from the beginning of the year to now?
I think our team does a great job of not really even mentioning class when we're on the field. So I don't at all feel like anyone looks down at me as a freshman when I'm on the field. I have different responsibilities, I think, off the field as a freshman, as far as helping more and stuff like that. But on the field, I think everyone's class just kind of disappears. Everyone is really respectful of me as a freshman, and I'm really respectful of everybody else as an upperclassman. And I have just as much confidence in anybody, no matter what class they are. So it's definitely, my confidence level is high because I have a great team around me. My coaches have a lot of faith in me, and I really respect that. But I have confidence in everybody else just as much. So it's pretty cool.
Great. Aubrey, I'm going to reel off some of your stats here, okay? It's going to take a little while, but I'm going to reel some off. 9-0 on the season, 7 complete games, 60 innings pitched, a 1.98 ERA. You're second in the conference in wins, tied for third in complete games, fourth in strikeouts, and third in ERA. Throughout your career, you're now 21-3 on the mound with a 1.87 ERA. How much have you improved from initially stepping on the mound last year as a freshman to now, the middle of the year of your sophomore season?
Yeah, it's fun to look back at last year and just see like, wow, like that was a lot. So now like moving forward, I am a lot more confident in myself as opposed to like playing a lot as a freshman. Like that's a very hard like task to take on, especially transitioning from high school. But I don't know. I feel like I've like put in a lot of work and it's paid off. So I'm pleased.
This week is going to be a fun week for you guys. You face off on Wednesday against Virginia Wesleyan, defending national champions, undefeated. You get them at home at Captain's Park. They're number 1 in the country. What's been the message throughout the squad this week heading into that big non-conference matchup?
I think really it's just another game. I don't think we're putting too much pressure on it. Really, like it would be great to win. Obviously, that's what we're going to try to do. But again, there's no pressure. So I think we're all just going to do the best we can. And we split with them last year. Hopefully we get a better outcome this year. But, it's just no pressure. So we'll just see what happens on Wednesday.
And Patty Maye, final question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What's the message to the team for the incoming freshmen? I know you mentioned there's not a talk about class or anything or different levels of where you're at on the team, but this team has had a lot of success not only in the CAC but regionally. What's been the message from your teammates moving forward in terms of what it's going to take to win another CAC title and advance far into the postseason? What kind of things do you guys talk about?
As far as the freshmen go, I mean, we have really big shoes to fill. We have some awesome upperclassmen, and they've done great in their 4 years here. So I think it's just a matter of kind of observing them and how they work and what they do on and off the field and trying to replicate that on our own and even kind of elevate that. I think that we really have no limits as far as it goes for us in the next 3 or 4 years. I mean, Aubrey's only a sophomore. I'm only a freshman, so we're going to be around for a little bit longer anyway. So I think that there really is no limits if we just keep working hard and know that we can compete with anybody no matter how old they are. So.
Well, I thank you both for taking a little bit of time to chat with us today on our CAC Player of the Week Skype call. Best of luck this week and the rest of the year, and we'll see you down the road.
Awesome. Thank you.